Hey everybody, Tons from H&H. Happy holidays. Today I'm going to do one of my favorites, like a little bit of comfort food here, seafood comfort food. We're going to be putting together a nice little seafood chowder. Really simple. Most of the ingredients you have at home: potatoes, celery, carrots, some white onions. Stuff you can get from us at any time that we always carry, or you can get it from almost any seafood shop. We got a little bit of clams, a little bit of mussels, a little bit of scallops. This is a fresh kick Dungeness that just got done, and then we got a nice piece of swordfish, local swordfish. So we're gonna combine all these up in a kind of a simple chowder recipe, and it's gonna be yummy. This is the kind of thing that you can actually bring to a party to impress, or you can eat at home just on a nice cold day. So thanks, let's get started. So get a nice pan going here. Starting out the little cooking liquid, get some nice hot oil going. Got a big flame here, so it's going quick. I'm gonna start out with the aromatics. Carrots, some celery. Onions. And I like to salt along the way, especially at this point right here. This is a lot of the flavor for the stock. So this can be almost a little salty. It's okay because it's going to get watered down with the rest of the stock. Just starting to get translucent, and give them another little minute here. So this stuff's getting a nice color to the bottom of the pan, so I'm going to do the classic deglaze. There's a little bit of brown in the bottom of the pan. So this is a little white wine. You can use kicking sherry if you got it. Now you want to cook the alcohol off of this. After you cook any white wine or sherry down for a few minutes, it actually gets the alcohol out of it, and that's the part that doesn't taste good, but it leaves a yummy flavor. So I'm going to reduce that a little bit more. Getting ready. This is a fish stock that we actually carry in the shop. You can actually make your own fish stock, or clam juice works as well. You don't have to go crazy on the fish stock, just like some good flavor in there. The clam juice is one of the ones I like to use, but this particular brand that we sell in the shop is an excellent one. Most of the alcohol is cooked off on this, and it's looking pretty there. So now, we're going to actually add some fish stock. Putting in part of our fish stock. This is about 3 cups, so I'm going to put a part of it in, probably a cup and a half in right now. I'm gonna let that come to a boil. And then I'm gonna add my potatoes at this stage because I want those to start to get soft. A little white cloud in the background. You can see in there, starting to come to a nice hard, want it to get a little bit more hard boily there. All right, the potatoes, about 2 cups of potatoes here. So this is my industrial pot. I got going. There's really full on or full off, so I'm having to control it a little bit by watching it closely that it doesn't burn, and letting it simmer off here. Get some of that starch from the potatoes will start to release. All right, rolling right along here, looking good, smelling good. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt at this point. I'm actually adding clams and mussels to this. And whenever you're doing clams and mussels into a soup or a stock or anything, you got to remember that a lot of salt, because these are all full of salt water. So be careful on your salt. You don't over salt at the beginning, because it's going to add a lot of your salt. Good salt, umami salt. It's all the flavor. Okay, I'm going to cut up this piece of swordfish. Take the skin off to start with. Do some nice cubes here. Beautiful piece of fish. I'm going to cube these up a little bit too. These scallops, everybody gets a piece in, and people aren't fighting over the one scallop that's in the dish. Okay, I'm gonna add, this is a little blend of black and white pepper. It's going a little boiling a little harder than I would like it normally, but I've got a kind of a crazy heat source here today. So it's going hard, but it's not, we can make it work. So the potatoes have cooked soft. We've got all the stock in, all of the carrots and celery and onions and all cooked down, ready to go. And now we're gonna put some of the magic in here. The fish. In the scallops. Get those going real nice. This is swordfish. If you're using something different, like you can use any fish, but the lighter the fish is, the more the texture of the fish is like rockfish or sole. You want to put that at the very end. In this situation, because it's swordfish, it's going to go in a little earlier. It's almost like steak it or chicken. You can consider it that way. It's one of the beauties of swordfish. Scallops cook up nicely too with a little more time. So those are in there. We're going to give those a few minutes to get rolling. It's just getting to a nice texture where it's almost like, looks like tofu. It's so pretty. Just not fully cooked through, but there. Now I'm going to add the shellfish. In this case, we got about 8 or 10 mussels in there. And clams, they can all kind of go at the same time. I have some Dungeness here too, but I'm almost add as a garnish at the end. Otherwise, it'll just dissipate into the stew and just be gone. Okay, we're at the point where the clams have all opened up, mussels have just opened up, they've released their liquor, and everything's boiling along nice. It's definitely boiling harder than I would. I'd have this at a lower simmer right now if I could control my heat better. But now we're gonna put the fattening magic into the things that makes everything taste better. Would be heavy cream. In this case, we're just using half and half. I want to keep it a little lighter. So I'm gonna add this kind of slowly, so you don't really want it to break. Looking pretty, coming together here. We got some colors, the blacks and the oranges and the carrots. Everything's open. Gotta be careful if you put your shellfish in a little bit too early. A lot of times it just drops the meat out, which is not really a problem. It's in there, but it's nice to have the meat in the shells, I think. Ooh, can't go wrong there. Okay, it's going a little rough here as far as boil, but now I'm gonna add this roux. That'll help as our thickening agent. Almost wants to go thick instantly. Tasting yummy. All right, I'm looking close here. I'm gonna add the Dungeness now, kind of the top. It's almost like a garnish. You could actually add the crabs with the shell on and just cracked if you wanted to. It'd be really nice. But I think we're about there, folks. Add the finishing ingredient to any good meal. Add a little bit of butter. Never hurts. Never enough butter. Adds to the creaminess. One of the best ways to finish a soup or a gravy, I always use butter. All right, here we are. So this is the fun part, impressing your guests, and in my case, my ungrateful employees and partner. So we'll see. They'll like it, I know they will. So this is a little bit of this. Make sure you get all the goodies in there. And a piece of bread. Who's first? Who's first? Okay. The young lad, David. Get in there, have a piece. Beautiful. Get a little bit for the boss lady over here.
Don't be stingy with the whitefish. Yeah, that looks great. Thank you. That's good.
Give you a little more whitefish. Here's some for you.
Ooh.
And now we're gonna have a little bit for Mighty Mite.
Smells so good.
Yeah.
I love a job where I get free food.
Heck yeah. Easy. Bread?
Yes, please.
Some para mí. No, we ordered it at Chez Panisse and had it directed down. So.
Chez Panisse.
Bon app. Eat it. Tell me what you guys think.
Cheers. Thanks, Hansi.
Welcome.
Whoa.
Man.
That's really good.
That's really good.
They have to say that. But I think I'm pretty proud of myself. It came out good. Good job, Cade. Cade's the man behind the camera, and it's come out really good.
I like it. It feels light and delicious.
Yes, it's kind of a lighter chowder.
Yeah.
Bon appetit, everybody. Merry Christmas. Yay.
Thank you.